What is up, Pokemon Go family? It is your boy, TheGoulGuy, back at you guys yet again with another video. And today we're going to be looking at a team for the Sunshine Cup. Apparently, this is a Legends team that I actually borrowed. But the difference is, instead of using Pidgeot, which Pidgeot is using Air Cutter, I believe they're using Shadow Pidgeot if I'm not mistaken. We're going to be using Staraptor because Staraptor, one of my favorite Pokemon, especially in the Go Battle League, has close combat, which is freaking amazing, and also too, it's just super strong, right? It's super strong, but it is way more squishy than the Pidgeot, so definitely that is going to be the switch up on this team. But today is really going to be featuring Blaziken. This is the first time ever using Blaziken in PvP. I have a Shadow Blaziken here that I built up, and I really wanted to try it out, and it actually worked out phenomenally. Okay, so definitely leave me a like if you guys enjoyed these kind of videos or enjoy this video in particular. But let's go ahead and get into the stats of everything that we're going to be using here. Let's go. Now, first things first here, we're going to be using Blaziken as our lead here. We got a 94%, 93% Blaziken here. These are the IVs on this Blaziken here. Really high IV Shadow Blaziken. I definitely could level it all the way up. It probably could be best for raids potentially. I know the Mega Blaziken is definitely good for raids, but for right now we are going to be using it for, you know, obviously for PvP. We got Counter, Blaze Bird, Brave Bird, and as well as Blaze Kick. So it's funny because definitely if you go to PV Poke, they want you to use Stone Edge, but the thing is, that's another thing you need to use an Elite Charge TM to actually get, which is unfortunate. I do not have that. So basically what we're going to be using is Brave Bird, which is kind of funny because each one of the Pokemon that we're going to be using with Blaziken is literally a flying Pokemon, which is kind of crazy. And Blaziken, even though it's not a flying Pokemon, it's a bird, so it's able to use Brave Bird, which is so funny. But anyway, next on the list we have Jumpluff. Now, Jumpluff basically is going to be our tanky Pokemon. This is going to be the Pokemon that's going to be able to tank the most hits. Even though the IVs aren't really the best, it's a 98%, but still, it's one of my favorite Pokemon still in this league. Still a monster in the Sunshine Cup as well, with Fairy Wind, Aerial Ace, and as well as Energy Ball. Love to see it with that one. And then last but not least, we are going to be having Staraptor. One of my favorite spice picks to use in the Go Battle League. Staraptor, Great League Staraptor. Now, yeah, okay, so it does have decent PvP IVs. I think I had one that's even better. This is like a rank 19 one that I will be building up eventually, but already had Legacy Gust on this one. Basically, we are going to be using Legacy Gust on this one. PV Poke also recommends using Quick Attack with this one, but at the same time, I rather just use Gust myself, just because Gust just does so much damage. Even during fights like against Abomasnow or anything like that, where essentially you're just going to do a ton of damage, regardless of the fact that you are getting like also super effective damage back with, you know, Powder Snow and everything like that. But anyway, we got Gust, Fly, and as well as Close Combat. The reason why we're using Staraptor, it can one-shot freaking anything like a Magnacarp? Say Magikarp, Jeez, Macargo, oh my goodness, Macargo, just anything, like you could literally one-shot a Macargo if you wanted to with the close combat, just because like Staraptor is so attack heavy. Essentially you pretty much can take out majority of things. It's pretty flexible, right? But as I said, it is very squishy, so we're definitely gonna have to use Jumpluff to negate a lot of that damage. But anyway, let's get into the battles. Let's go. My bad. I struggle. Macargo. I can never pronounce it. I can never like remember its name, like, for whatever reason. But anyway, let's get into the battles. Let's go. All right, starting the battles off now. I know you guys miss these videos. I definitely miss these videos as well. As I said, it's been really busy. Like anytime there's like a major event or anything like that, I definitely go out there and try to, you know, get the whatever latest Pokemon or like experience whatever the latest event is. But you know, as of late, I haven't really been getting to these PvP videos. I have a whole lot of PvP videos recorded, so hopefully we can, you know, get those out soon. But anyway, we got Blaziken versus Blaziken. They end up switching out into a Marowak, so we are just going to counter it with the Jumpluff here. There we go. At this point, I'm thinking, do I want to, well, I'm definitely going to be able to take a Rock Slide, no problem. Rock Slide coming through. Boom, gonna be able to take that. And I'm thinking I'm just gonna bait with the aerial ace here. Might as well just bait with the aerial ace and then just get off that energy ball possibly right afterwards. Let's see what happens here. Aerial ace comes through. And they do not shield. Look at that. Okay, alright. So basically at this point, we might as well just throw another aerial ace. Let's see if they end up shielding this one or not. Or maybe they think this is an energy ball. They do not. Okay, so they do not shield. And at this point, I'm just going to let it go, and I should still be able to survive, and I'm just going to farm down the rest of this Marowak with the Fairy Wind. Hopefully we can get it done. Yeah, Rock Slide comes through. Oh, they end up switching into a Swampert, but we are going to be able to get to a Energy Ball, which is going to be freaking amazing. Look at that, Jumpluff staying alive and going to be able to actually get a shield regardless. Energy Ball coming through and essentially getting the first shield now. Now, Staraptor has an opportunity here to just farm down and as well as just shield this Hydro Cannon. And it's not going to be taking any quick move damage because, you know, obviously it's a flying type. So, you know, the... I forgot what you call it. The the actual ground move that is used as a quick move. I forgot what it's called. I mean, Mud Slap. Anyway, it's not going to be super effective. Well, it's not going to be affected by it anyway. So basically, we use both shields there, taking out the Swampert. You can see how much damage this thing is doing to the Swampert with the Gust. It's freaking insane, especially Shadow Staraptor. It's insane. But anyway, they bring in a Blaziken. Holy crap. Okay, so Blaziken is going to do super effective damage with the counter, but unfortunately this Gust is just destroying its health, and then they switch back into the Marowak, and Marowak did not have any health whatsoever. Probably trying to catch a charge move, but did not work out, and we ended up winning that game. There we go. There was Mud Slap, and then there was I forgot what the other one was. I forgot which one's the stronger one. I don't. It's been a while. I'm sorry. Like, it's been a while. But anyway, yeah, like Swampert definitely not going to be able to take us out there regardless. Anyway, going into the next match, we have Blaziken versus Dunsparce. Now, this is a bonus. This is like the best thing about Blaziken instead of actually having Talonflame. Obviously, if you had Talonflame here, this would not be a good match whatsoever because it's a flying fire type, whereas Blaziken is a fighting fire type, so it's able to actually take these rock moves a lot better here. Speaking of rock moves, they end up using a Rock Slide. I was trying to farm down the rest of the way. I wasn't too sure on when they're going to get to their charge move. The thing is, when they use rollout, like rollout, I feel like you get to your charge moves really fast. And look at that, I predicted it right on there. They did get to a charge move, so definitely good thing that we actually got a shield before they ended up hitting us with our last one anyway. So we are shields down now. Let's see what they end up bringing back in here. But we do have switch advantage, so that is good. They bring in a Claydol. Okay, so we're definitely going to switch into our Jumpluff here. And then they bring in a Cradilly. Okay, so Cradilly is going to get hit with the Energy Ball here. Energy Ball is going to do a decent amount of damage. Even though this is a grass type, it is a part rock type. So Energy Ball coming through, doing a decent amount of damage anyway. And we should be definitely able to take a... I forgot what it's called. There we go, Rock Tomb. Oh my goodness, I was about to say Rock Slide again. But anyway, yeah, we definitely should be able to take a Rock Tomb, but unfortunately that does debuff our attack. So this Energy Ball is not going to be able to take that, or the Energy Ball isn't going to be able to dish out as much damage as it would, but still going to do a good amount of damage. So let's see if we can hold on here, possibly get to the Aerial Ace. We do get to the Aerial Ace, which is nice. Aerial Ace should be getting possibly their last shield here. Let's see what ends up happening. Boom, we do get their last shield, and we are going to switch into the Blaziken, basically countering the rest of the way down on the Cradilly, and they bring in the Claydol, and this is where the Brave Bird comes into play, bro. Look at this. Brave Bird coming from Blaziken, Shadow Blaziken, doing majority of the damage on this freaking Claydol, bro. This is freaking amazing. They were going to finish the job, but unfortunately, they just realized when with us still having 3 Pokemon left, and their Claydol basically in the red, it was just no point there, and we win. GG's. But yeah, that was that was a freaking cool game. I forgot about that one. That was a really cool game. But dope. I can't believe I forgot Rock Tomb. Rock Tomb is like freaking like the main like move that most people has been using throughout like the last couple of seasons. I don't know why, but yeah, Rock Tomb is freaking amazing, man. Definitely a cool move. But anyway, we got Shadow Blaziken versus the Shadow Flygon. Here we go now. So basically what I do in this one, I just keep countering down until I know they're about to use their charge move, and then I switch into the Jump Bluff. Now unfortunately I did not catch a Dragon Claw there, which is unfortunate. So they do hold on to some energy here, and then they bring in the Macargo. So basically what we're going to do, throw an Energy Ball. Energy Ball is still going to do a decent amount of damage, neutral damage, just because of the fact that it is part fire type. But looks like they're holding on to some, basically it looks like they're just trying to farm us down, which isn't working out the best for them, because I am going to be able to get to another Energy Ball doing a ton of damage. Holy crap. And we are gonna, we farmed it down. We farmed it down before it was able to even use any of the charge energy, and we are going to be able to get to a freaking aerial ace on the Flygon, literally, like and getting a shield. Man, Jump Bluff is still freaking amazing, bro. Such an amazing Pokemon. So basically what we're going to do, we have to use a shield regardless if we came in with the Blaziken or the Staraptor at all, but I want to actually build up some energy on the Staraptor while we have it, and then also while we have a shield advantage. And then basically they bring in a Cradilly, which of course, you know, the Blaziken is going to have really good fun with. But anyway, we are going to be able to get to the Fly before they get to a Rock Tomb. Fly coming through, and then basically going straight into the Blaziken. They have no more shields left at this point, so what I can do is farm down as much as I can before they get to their charge move. They definitely will get to another charge move before I farm down the rest of the way, especially since I just got debuffed there with the Rock Tomb. Unfortunately, we are going to be able to get to the Blaze Kick. Blaze Kick should KO. If not, get it to, yeah, close to red. There we go. Blaze Kick, not the strongest move whatsoever. And yeah, they only had a smidget of health on a Flygon, countering it the rest of the way down, and we end up winning that game. Let's go. Let's go. But yeah, as you can see, this team just works really good in synergy. Like, it's kind of crazy, right? Because the main weakness of Blaziken is going to be flyers, and as well, it's going to be yeah, flyers and as well as ground types. And to have two flying Pokemon in the back, counteracting that works really well. Especially like a lot of the mud users are also water type users as well. So essentially Jump Bluff works really well against that, and basically, yeah, Staraptor as well works well against that, especially if you have a shield advantage. So definitely a good time, definitely a good time. Now, we have Clodsire here. Now, our back line isn't going to be the best against a Clodsire, so basically what we're going to do, we're just going to stay in to this matchup. Of course, we're going to have to invest in a shield here because, you know, this could be an Earthquake. It ends up being a Sludge Bomb. And essentially what we're going to try to do is get the Blaze Bird, get the Brave Bird off. That is the importance of actually baiting here. So we're gonna get off a Blaze Kick, and then hopefully they think the second charge move that we actually get off here is going to be another Blaze Kick. If they do think that that is the case, then we can get this Brave Bird off, and it should do a decent amount of damage, if not even KOing the Clodsire. If you don't believe me, let's see what ends up happening here. Brave Bird comes through, KOing the Clodsire, bro. This is, oh my god, such an amazing move. They end up switching into the Flygon. We come in with our Jump Bluff, our answer to the Flygon. Fairy Wind doing a decent amount of super effective damage. And we are going to be able to get to the Aerial Ace. Aerial Ace is going to do a decent amount of damage as well. Nice. And we are going to be able to tank whatever hits the Flygon ends up throwing at us. Of course, it can't use the Scorching Sands, of course, since we're a flying type. Flying and grass, so definitely negatively negate, or negatively negate. We just do not take super effective damage whatsoever, nor neutral. So they end up going with the Dragon Claw. We are going to be able to get another Aerial Ace off. Are they going to take it? They are not. Okay, so they basically used their last shield there. And we have no more shields, so definitely Jump Bluff is going to be going down here, which is fine. That is the goal. That is the plan. And at this point, we bring in Staraptor. Staraptor basically having a good head start in terms of getting some damage off onto the Swampert. Almost got it to half with the Gust. Unfortunately, I was trying to swap out so I wouldn't get damage onto the Staraptor. But unfortunately, I was not able to actually swap out in time. But Staraptor still held on because this is not a Shadow Swampert whatsoever. We are going to be getting off a Fly KOing the Swampert, and they only have literally a smidgen of health on the Flygon, we are going to be able to counter it down, because Flygon isn't a, even though it has fly in its name, literally isn't a flying type, and we are going to be able to counter it down, no problem. Let's go. Boom, boom, boom. But yes, this team, I love this team so much, man. I feel like it's like the spiciest team you can have in the Sunshine Cup, but it just works so well, you know? Holy crap. But and also, too, I got really newfound respect for Blaziken. I know it's like one of the strongest, like fire or fighting types. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's fire types. Actually, is it fire or fight? Comment down below. Correct me if I'm wrong, if it's like one of the best fire or fighting types, but I know it's one of the best in one of those categories, especially when it's Mega. So, you know, definitely a really cool Pokemon to use in Go Battle League. But anyway, they had a Pidgeot in the front here. Obviously, we had to pivot out into our Staraptor, and you can already see with the gust damage going onto the Pidgeot, the gust on the Pidgeot is definitely, like, I mean, not even the gust. The defense on the Pidgeot is definitely way better than the Staraptor. In the regard, like, you could definitely tell that you could definitely tell that the Pidgeot definitely is a lot more bulky, can take a lot more hits, but it is what it is. They end up using a Brave Bird. Okay, so we end up shielding that, and then they bring in their Blaziken. Okay, so at this point, I think I'm going to be able to get to a Blaze Kick before they do, which is going to be very nice, and that should give us a shield here. Let's see what they end up doing. Do they shield? Yes, they do, and we just bring in our Jumpluff here. We still have a shield advantage though, which is very nice. This Aerial Ace is going to do, basically it's going to KO. Definitely going to KO the Blaziken here. We're going to have to take a Blaze Kick, unfortunately, which is fine. Blaze Kick, oh god, I was going to say, not the strongest move, especially a non-shadow, but, you know, we are part grass, so definitely going to take a good amount of damage. But they have no more shield, so Aerial Ace coming through. Jumpluff can definitely take that move, no problem. And they have a Credilli in the back. Okay, so basically with the Credilli here, we're definitely going to have to take a good do a good amount of damage onto this Credilli before the Blaziken comes in, because the Blaziken is going to have to counter it's going to have to counter the Credilli the rest of the way down. Now, unfortunately, we did get debuffed there, so we're going to have to do as much as we can with what we have right now. So Energy Ball coming through, decent amount of damage onto the Credilli. We're going to basically take the debuff off of Jumpluff. My bad. I was messing with my word. My words were getting swallowed there. Anyway, they bring in the Pidgeot. We end up countering down the Pidgeot because it only had like a little bit of health left. And yeah, basically they thought they were going to catch the Blaze Kick onto the Pidgeot, but unfortunately they did not realize we had one more counter left to get to that Blaze Kick, and we were able to actually take out that Credilli last minute. That was also a really fun game too. Hate that I just like fumbled on my words last minute there, but you guys seen it. You guys see what happened there. That was freaking amazing. And with this team, I climbed up pretty high there. Still in ace rank, but in the 2300s, which is awesome. But that is the team. That is what we were working with today. Love Blaziken and the GOAT. Well, I mean, in the Sunshine Cup anyway. Love to see it. I don't know if it's as viable in the, you know, the regular Go Battle, like Great League, Open Great League or anything like that. I don't think it's as good. But as of right now, like as a Shadow counter user, it's really good. It's kind of like Annihilate in the Sunshine Cup, which is amazing. But anyway, definitely let me know what you guys think down below in the comments of the team. If you guys enjoyed the video, definitely leave me a like and subscribe to the channel as it helps the channel grow. And I'll catch you guys in the next one, alright? Peace out.